Well, hello, future Field Tigers. This is Dr. Miller, principal of Field Middle School. I'm going to be sharing some information with you about how your day will look here at Field and all the awesome things you get to do when you get to middle school. So the building opens every single day at 8:20, and where you will report at 8:20 depends on your grade level, but we will inform you what location of the building you can go hang out in with your friends until the first bell at 8:30. At that time, students will be dismissed to their first period class. At this point, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to use our lockers or not. If we are, you will have plenty of time to go to your locker, put your coat away, that kind of a thing, and then to head first period. But again, I'm not positive we'll be able to use lockers this fall. I am hopeful that we will. Then you will move about your day, and dismissal is at 3:30. If you ride the bus, you will be headed out. We'll show you exactly where to go, but it's out the district office doors. If you are picked up by your parents or you walk home, you'll head out the front entrance, which is off of Landwehr, and that's also where you will go if you ride a bicycle to school. So what will your day look like at Field? Well, it will be quite different than Winkleman because you're going to change classes a lot throughout the day. You're going to walk around the building by yourself, going from class to class. At some point during the day, you will have 80 minutes of English language arts, and that is what we call a block. You will get a break in there, but your English language arts class is a total of 80 minutes. Your math class, again, sometime throughout the day, you'll have math, and it will be 60 minutes each day. Then you will also have social studies, science, Spanish, possibly. Some people don't take Spanish. PE and fine arts and lunch are all 40 minutes each. So all those classes you take every single day, and they're 40 minutes each. And then you also have an advisory, which I'll talk a little bit more about in the next slide, and that is 20 minutes. Now, you and your friends are all going to take probably the same classes, but you might not have the same class at the same time. They might have the same teacher as you, but have that class at a different time during the day. So I'm just listing all the classes that you take. This is not the order that you go in, however. So each day you will have an advisory class. This is 20 minutes a day. And just like every other class, you guys will not all have the same class at the same time. Some of you will have advisory maybe first period. Others of you might have it seventh period. So it just depends. But what you will notice is that your advisory is made up of the same students that are in your math class, just the way that we organize advisory. So advisory is basically like your homeroom. So your advisor becomes kind of your go-to person. If you've got a question or a concern, that's usually the first place that you start. So what they focus on, though, as an advisory is to really help you learn the skills to be successful in middle school and beyond. So one of those things is it's really different moving from elementary to middle school because you change classes a lot and you move about the day by yourself and you're responsible to get to each place on time and to be prepared. So we help you learn how to do that with what we call executive functioning and organization. So you're going to get a really cool backpack that's going to come with color-coded folders, and it's also going to house your Chromebook, and you're going to take this backpack to every single class, and then you'll also take it home each night when you have homework. So you kind of have everything organized in one place, so it's really hard for you to lose anything. Then the teachers teach you how to use this organizational structure where you learn things like how to take notes, you learn how to study, you learn how to keep yourself organized. We also spend time in this class teaching you how to set goals for yourself or how to solve problems, or, if you have a problem with a friend, we talk about how conflict resolution. If you're being bullied, what are some things that you can do? What are the routes that you take in order to address those problems? So you learn a lot of those things as well, and how to deal with stress. Because, middle school is a lot different and we want to make sure that you're successful. So we give you some tools to deal with that big change. And then any other school business, such as we do social events every couple months on Fridays. You'll find out about those. If there's any testing coming up that you need to know about, or if we're changing something during the school day that everybody should know about, you would find out during advisory. So the classes that we offer for fine and applied arts are family and consumer science. You'll hear people call it FACS, which is where you learn how to cook, bake, sew. It's a really awesome class with Mrs. Sprandl. You're going to love it. And then you also take STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math lab. In sixth grade, you mainly focus on learning drafting skills, and then you learn to build a truss. Also very cool. You also have art and music. So the way this works at middle school is we're broken up into 4 quarters. So each quarter you have a different fine and applied arts class. So one semester, you might have 9 weeks of family and consumer science, and then the next 9 weeks would be STEM lab. And then the second semester, the first 9 weeks, you might have art, and the second 9 weeks, you might have music. So it just depends on the rotation of your schedule. But you'll have a total of 4 of these classes, 1 each 9 weeks. Lunch and recess. So I mentioned earlier that lunch and recess is a total of 40 minutes. So 20 minutes you'll be spending eating in the lunchroom, and 20 minutes you will spend in recess. So what we have offered this year is every student is provided a federally funded lunch. So it's the same lunch for every student. But traditionally, we usually have 2 hot lunch choices and also the option of a daily hamburger or a chicken sandwich and a la carte items such as a deli bar and salads. So I'm not sure which one we're going to have this fall, so I want to tell you about both. If it's the federally funded program, it's free. You just walk up and grab a lunch. If it's not the federally funded program, then there is a cost. So we'll give you more information about that once that decision has been made, but I wanted to tell you about both. This year, everybody has lunch at their own desk, and we will be doing that again, but you're all in the dining commons. So you can still talk to your friends. You're just socially distanced and eating at your own desk, but you're not in a classroom. You're in the dining commons. We also have something called academic lunch. So after you are done eating your lunch, if you really want to go work with your, work on math or work on an assignment or something, you do have the option to go do that instead of going to recess. So we have a lot of extracurricular programs at Field. Some are athletic and some are more artistic and some are more about student government. So in the fall, we have co-ed soccer. Then we have boys and girls volleyball and basketball. In the spring, we have track and field, and we're hoping to bring wrestling to Field for the very first time this school year. Some of these sports are tryout based, and some allow everyone to join. So, for example, track and field is open to everybody. We also have some artistic opportunities for students. So starting right when school begins, we have tryouts for main parts for our fall musical, but everybody is welcome to participate in the musical. Again, you just have to try out for particular parts, but if you want to work as an actor or actress, or if you want to work on the sets or in the technical pieces of production, that's available as well. So that starts pretty early in the school year, and then the performances are right before winter break. And then after winter break, Mr. Carvel will send out information, and you are welcome to join our chorus. So chorus is mainly only the second half of the year, and the first half of the year we do the musical. Mr. Frega, our 6th grade social studies teacher, is also the student council advisor, and every student is welcome in student council. They meet in the mornings, however, but they organize a lot of fun events throughout the school year that you can be involved in. Our band program at Field has 2 different bands. We have concert band and wind ensemble. So concert band practices Tuesday and Thursday mornings before school, and wind ensemble, which you have to try out for, is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays before school. Your sectionals or lessons will take place during the school day, and there'll be a rotating schedule. Band is graded at Field, just so you're aware of that, and all morning practices begin at 7:45 a.m. So here's a few important dates for you to remember. On August 12th, from 1:30 to 2:15, we have something called the New Student Orientation. And this is open to any new student to Field. So it could be 6th grade students, because you guys are all brand new to Field. But if we have students who moved into the area that are in 7th or 8th grade, they would be invited as well. And what would happen is there would be a presentation by Mr. Cooper, our assistant principal, and me. And then we would give you a tour of the building, answer questions, try and help you become more comfortable with field. And then we would top it off with some delicious ice cream. So put that down in your calendar if you'd like to join us for that. Field Family Fest, what this is on Tuesday, August 17th. That's where it's scheduled right now. The date might change. We're still working that out. But Field Family Fest is where you would come and get your schedule and your lock, and you might buy some spirit wear, maybe learn about sports or some clubs that are taking place. So that's the night that you would come and do that. I'm also working on something called 6th grade orientation. And my hope is to have it on August 18th from 8:30 to 11:30. And this would be just for 6th grade students, where you would come to school, you would run through your schedule, you would organize your items, your teachers would teach you about your backpack and get your Chromebook. But you would be able to do this without any other students here. It would just be 6th graders. And then the first day of school for all students is August 19th, if you want to put that down in your calendar. This concludes my presentation on 6th grade orientation. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope I answered some of your questions, but you will have an opportunity to ask me some more questions because I plan to visit each of your classrooms, whether you're an in-person student or remote student, so I can answer any additional questions that you might have. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the school year, and I can't wait to meet you and see you soon. Thanks.